Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Married at First Sight All Star panel. Glenn from Jack and Glenn and Tommy from August Love Story is the men edition right now. The men edition. What's up, Tommy? How you doing,
What's
brother?
up? I'm good, man.
Oh man, I'm doing well, man. Can't complain, man. Another episode of Married at First Sight, and some of these people are I don't know what to say. They're a little loony. Is
Yeah, yeah,
we got to see another
man.
side of got to see another side of Dr. Pia this week. You know, she was kind of gun ho and really on my man. We can talk a little bit about Emily and Keisha Knight Williams from the after party. If you have not seen it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
And we'll
I hadn't watched any of the after party stuff.
yeah, yeah. I tell you, we backdrop. You know, Emily
Yeah.
got a little. She got a little bold. She got a little bold.
Oh,
And so we just talk about Married at First Sight. Thank y'all for here. And while you're here, just go ahead and subscribe to August Love Story, Jack Glenn, whatever channel you're watching us on. Hit that subscribe button to Lisa Ray as well. She is out this week. She'll be back with us next week. But our wives might be joining us a little bit later. I don't
I
know.
have no clue.
I have no clue neither. So let's hop into it, man. Hey, we saw this week, man. Michael made another appearance here, and Michael introduced himself to the group. He showed himself to the group, and
Yeah.
he told the group that he was getting married again. That he had his crown. He had his crown on, which I thought he threw that crown away. And he asked the participants to be at his wedding. Tommy, what your thoughts of that? Your thoughts on him asking them to be at their wedding and Michael getting married again?
Also, he did invite them to the wedding.
He invited him to the wedding.
Oh, okay. No, it's bias at this point. Like it's not a fair shake for her, because she hadn't met any of the girls, and by this time, they've at least met each other. Um, hey, they've at least met each other on like at the beginning of the thing. Like they've had their I think at this point, by the time they're getting ready to pick out their dresses and stuff like that, everybody has met each other. So it's like the most biased part. So we're walking in uncharted territory. We don't know how this is going to impact their marriage or whatnot, but I am truly curious to see how these two are going to be um when they meet each other finally. And I feel like we're spending a lot of time on them getting married, you know, like they should have been married 3 weeks ago by now. In my head, because we're down to like 20 something days before decision day is what I think I saw on the show or whatnot, but they don't have a lot of time. And we've been drawing, we got probably like 5 episodes left in this season before we get to decision day. So it's like, what are we going to get to see from Mike and Chloe? You know, um, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious. I think it's gonna be super biased though, with the group and then with her. Now, I just hope they invite her in on whatever it is that they are planning to do and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I hope they invite her in, but also like I think you talked about the bias, because we know a lot of these couples aren't doing well, and I
yeah,
hope they don't poison her or what they're going on with their stuff. I wish that Married at First Sight would keep Michael and her away from the rest of the group. Truth be told, until let them do their own thing,
yeah.
and not be involved in them because these people are so far ahead of the process that
hmm
it could pollute what they have going on.
It's almost
Uh,
as if she's. I'm sorry. It's almost as if she's meeting his friends.
right.
You know, like this is his friend. They all went going through this process, but these are his friends that you were meeting. So
Yeah, and I forgot who said it. One of the girls said it. Like he said, I was worried about her finding out that I was married again, but I am going to tell her. And one of the girls like, well, just send her to us, right? Send her to us, and we'll tell her about the other girl and what happened. Like
I
they
think
like they're like it was clear, right? I think it was clear.
so. I
It was
think so.
like they his big sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like so, she's gonna have all new people at the wedding, right? Or just her family. He's gonna have his family in the cast whenever they get married next week, which, like I said, is uncharted territory. The cast get to see how the marriage goes. From the friend standpoint, to me it's weird. If I'm Chloe, as soon as you tell me you've been married, I think I said it on our review. What's gonna make her not feel like she's second fiddle or your
I
second
don't know. I
or
don't
like
know because it's. I go back to the question I asked last week. Why was she picked in the first place?
right?
What was it about the other girl that y'all thought was a better choice for him than her? So
That
I
that's the
don't know
question.
what he has to. I don't know what he has to do to when that conversation comes up to not make her feel like, oh, she's just a consolation prize.
Yeah,
You know,
he needs to bring it up real quick. To me, if I'm him, he should be the one dropping that to the girl. Like, do you drop it day one? Do you say day one, hey, by the way, I was married before, or this is my second
I
time
don't.
coming out married at first sight? When do you as a guy, me and you know, we're men here, we're having people
Yeah,
in our conversation. When do you tell them?
honestly, man, I think you tell her um when they say I do, and you bring it up. I think you bring it up right then and there, or you wait till after reception. But it got to be a day one conversation, just because it's you're holding a secret everybody else knows. Nobody wants to be the person that don't know. And I'm with you, Sharon. I think that should have been something the experts said, or brought up or something. I don't I, like it's weird because it's touchy because I don't know how to not make her feel like she's second place because technically she is the second choice, for him. But I think whichever way you bring it up, you have to do it gently and it has to be sooner than later, you
Yeah,
know.
and and I think the way you bring it up is how their marriage is gonna go, because I can
Hmm.
see him bringing it up and it goes south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she could feel some type of way. Her friends could feel some type of way. Her family could feel some type of way about the fact that, hey, hold on for a minute. My girl's second fiddle. Like,
Hmm.
to me, I don't tell her around anybody else. If it was me, I'm telling her um when we're alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like honeymoon night, we're in a hotel, we're doing whatever, we sitting there getting to know each other. We've built some type of rapport
Hmm.
over the last 5 hours, I'm guessing, right? That we've been at this wedding. We built some kind of rapport, and I'm saying, hey, I have something to tell you. I don't know if the expert told you. I don't know if the expert had let you know or told you, but uh, as I went to the altar the first time, the first woman I was supposed to be married at first sight, she left me. I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she didn't show up, and they felt that I needed to be married, and they chose you. And then I'll be like, "Hey, the experts didn't say anything to you." She was like, "Nah, they didn't say nothing to me." You know what? It's all on them for not saying anything because they should have said
Hmm.
something, right?
Yeah.
Pastor Cal should have said something. They should have told Chloe, "Hey, Chloe, we choosing you to get married to a guy who was left at the altar. Are you fine with that?" He
I
didn't
think
go.
it's, I think if he presents it like it's a part of his history,
Mhm.
like I was about to be married at first sight, and she left at the altar to present it and in a manner that he didn't do anything wrong. I think he's fine.
Right. Yeah, I think he's fine there. But hopefully they can get through this and make it work and make it work. We actually get to see a wedding next week, right? We're actually get to see a wedding of theirs
Honest.
next week, and finally, as you mentioned, man, I forgot it was like 20 some days left. Like, again, I hope that what they do with them is let them get the full 8 weeks. Like when everybody else is done, that Chloe and Michael continue the process. They don't cut them short.
I hope they don't cut them short because then it's not fair to them
Mhm.
and especially not fair to Chloe, but it also defeats the purpose of doing the experiment
Right.
because they've determined that hey, 8 weeks is enough time to say hey, if you like this person or no, and you want to continue on with being married to this person. That's what they say, but if they cut it short, then you're not giving them a fair chance at doing this. So
You know,
they'll probably do decision day, and then the episodes after this or in between or whatever they be
we
doing,
we still seeing Chloe and Michael,
will
and then
it'll be them inside of doing their decision day.
yeah. I think so. I think so. I think that's what they do. They'll end the decision day, and we'll see Michael and Chloe, but we'll see everybody else doing their own whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
Let's get to this. I'll say that couple for last. Let's get to Claire and my man, what's his Cameron, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts on Claire and Cameron from this past episode, and Cameron not wanting to tell Claire what was going on with his heart. You know, when he was in the
I said she feels guilty of his heart issues. They decided to quit on each other. They decided to get a divorce, separate. But because immediately after that, he started having these heart complications, she's looking at it as if it was her fault.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know why she's taking on this thing, but she's making it her responsibility to be that support that you know should be that's expected of a wife or a spouse. She's taking on that role, which to me is weird, but I get it. So it's in my eyes. I'd be like, man, good luck. Wish the best for you, and I'm gonna move on. But in hers, she's looking at it as I caused this. That's why I feel like she's looking at it as I caused all these issues for him. Let me be here for him because that's my duty as technically his spouse.
Yeah. Gosh. He may be, I'm laughing at Sharon. Sharon said she fake Karen for my man. I think she cares. I think she cares because of the issue that's going on. I think the therapist in her cares for him. I think is on his watch. I don't know if I said it last week or on our review or on our review, which whenever it comes out. This till death do us part thing is really serious,
Yeah.
right? We people take that vow, and I don't know if they really mean or know what they say, because she said it when she was talking about like, you never really think about it.
Yeah.
You should think about it because it could happen at any notice, right? The
Right.
person can get sick, they can get in an accident, things could happen. And do you really love this person till death do us part? Do you really show compassion to this person till death do us part? I just thought about the legal pieces from this thing on this end. If something was really wrong with dude, she's married to him.
To say so.
She would have to say so. And
Mm.
would she be willing to pull the plug? I hate to say it that way.
Right.
Would she be willing to pull the plug? Because they keep telling us a legal and binding marriage, right? She has to say so to his health right now until they divorce. Separation doesn't mean anything. Is what it is. So somebody that you've known for 20 some days for 6 weeks. I mean, not 6 weeks. Someone you know for a little over 5 weeks has to say so to your health right now.
Yeah. That's scary in itself. Because you don't truly know the intentions of this person already said that I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
And now my life, if something goes bad, my life is in her hands. I have to trust that human decency is gonna get me through,
Right.
And I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? So it's a stressful situation for him, but it's like I just wouldn't take on all that responsibility.
Nah, it took a lot, man, and for him to find out. I think the condition was there. I think somebody brought it up too. I'm gonna show it real quick. He did go to the hospital on a honeymoon, right? I can't remember what he went to the honeymoon.
I was gonna say, what did he go to the hospital?
I can't remember what he went to the hospital. He wasn't feeling right or something. So this might be a lingering condition. And Claire, and you're right, Claire didn't go to the hospital with him, which I think I said that on our review too. Like, If my wife had gotten sick on the honeymoon,
Yeah.
I'm going to the hospital with her, right? I'm not playing it for the camera. Y'all can just film us in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can film us in the hospital, not on the beach, be chilling because she really cared about him. That was been a time for her to show that affection to go to the hospital with him, to be with him while he was there, regardless of what it was, and regardless of how long it was going on. But again, women, I say women, she get a pass. I think people gave her a pass. If it was a guy and his wife had gotten sick and he didn't go to the hospital with her, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had an ear problem. Right, too much water in the ear. That yes, it was too
Okay.
much water. Thank you, Sharon. It was too much water, and I remember that. But she still should have went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether water in the ear, or not, you're a newlywed. You still should have supported him with the water in the ear. Right? Whether it was deadly or not, you should have been there to hold his hand. Should have
Yeah.
been there with a Q-tip for moral support, getting to know him. Like some of our, like the times that me and Jack have been in the hospital for whatever reason it may be. Those are some good conversations, right? Those are times where you have nothing to do. You thinking about it, you laughing, you're joking, especially if you're newly married. Like this is time for you actually get to know each other. She's on a beach chill with the rest of the girls. Like, well, go with this dude. Go hang out with him. That would, to me, that could have been a difference in their relationship if she would have did hung out with him. Now,
Didn't he leave her?
no, she knew he was going.
Oh, okay. He just went.
Yeah, he just went.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't know, man. I like it's when I saw them on the TV, I was like, why are they here? Didn't
Right,
y'all quit?
right. I like this one from D Brown, right? And I thought about this too, D. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to sound insensitive at all, but something doesn't seem genuine about this heart condition. The heart condition is genuine from what my wife was saying. I mean, she was a nurse, and so I think it's not as big of a deal as he makes it. They did give him some pulmonary tests
Yeah.
and things of that nature. I don't think he was gonna. There's always a possibility of dying, but I don't think he was gonna die from this, right?
Right.
I know it was an irregular heartbeat and things of that nature. Um, is he playing enough for the cameras? Maybe. I can't check his pulse. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what his pulse is or his heart rate. If it was that high, he should have been in the hospital. I do give him that much. If you sitting still and that thing is about 100, 150, as you mentioned last week, you might want to go to the doctor's office.
Right.
You might want to. And then I laughed too because my man drove himself to the hospital. I'm sitting here like, Jack, did somebody drive him? No, I'm in the car. Like the heart condition, like to me, and that's the last thing I want to do is drive because that's stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's more stressful driving. People hitting brakes. Like who took Brett to the hospital? I'm just saying. It is just stuff that crossed my mind. He might have took himself and just hopped up. I don't. But just stuff that crossed my mind with him. But I think Claire, she's more concerned about how she would feel if something happened to him than more so than with him.
Yep, I'm with D Brown, man. Like, why is this just now coming up? As soon as y'all say we done, now you know your heart is just doing whatever. I don't know. I ain't saying he ain't got no issue or anything, but it all seems fishy. You know, she's sitting up here talking about her vows. You just stopped your vows. You said you didn't want to do this no more. So your vows are out the window.
That's what I'm saying, Tommy. Both of y'all, when y'all did your paper, rock, scissors, whatever, shoot at the table, y'all both said divorce and separation.
Right.
Well, she's taking it. She says separation. He says divorce. So she's looking at separation as being, we can just split for a minute and try to work it out to get married.
In this realm of things, you got 8 weeks to make a decision on if you want to stay together or not. Ain't no breaks. 2 months ain't a long time.
Mm-mm.
It ain't as long as it used to be.
Right. It goes by fast.
It goes by really fast, man. And you sitting here, you talking about we gonna separate. Take what you separating for, man? You don't know this man. In real life, we know if we meet a person on Wednesday, if by next Wednesday this person does something and rubs us the wrong way, there's a 50% chance we're gonna stop talking to this person, which is
Yeah,
higher than if somebody 2 years, I've known this person for 2 years, and he or she does something to rub me the wrong way. I'm gonna be mad about it for a minute, but then we're gonna get back talking to each other.
get back to, but I even with her, right? This is where I think her fake tears were at when she started crying. Talking about, I thought that's why I'm glad. I'm thinking that's why they put us together for me to take care of him.
Yeah, man, I was done with that.
she was like, I believe the extras put us together so I can take care of him.
And what's the girl? Brennan's wife. What's her name?
Emily.
And she's sitting up there crying with her. I was like, if y'all don't stop acting,
Y'all
y'all need to stop it right now, man.
Stop it. Just stop it. Like you know that dude, y'all wasn't together for you to take care of him. Like that wasn't the case, right?
No.
From day one, I think we said I didn't see this match working anyway, just because of some of the culture stuff.
Mhm.
It just, to me, it seemed like it was just too much. And her being a therapist, she's always analyzing everything, right? It's always analytical. You always reading somebody. You always reading to see if it's true or not. And again, her own insecurities and not being able. Oh, we talk about Cameron being weird. She's a little weird herself, right?
Yeah.
In relationships, because she didn't show any affection. She didn't show any communication towards him. Now, of course, this is a season of everything happens off camera. That's why I think shows like this only have a shelf life of so many years before people realize, you know what, I'm just start doing everything off of camera.
Yeah.
And because we heard it when we get to Emily and Brennan, we hear it too.
Finally,
about how things happen off camera, right?
Right.
So I think people are getting to hip to it, like, hey, I'm gonna be this way on camera, and I'm going to shelf life or do something different on camera. So the way she says that Cameron is, if you watch the after parties, the way she said Cameron is on camera, off camera, is kind of rough. That he doesn't show affection towards her and stop showing affection towards her. But the way he said it was like, I did that because she wasn't giving me none, no affection, not necessarily giving none. But he did want some. But she wouldn't give me no affection, so I started giving her a cold shoulder. So, so it's like both ways. He was fed up.
Yeah, they quit.
They quit early, man.
I didn't see the after party, but they quit. So it's like, why? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it still baffles me that she's like, they're playing pool and she's there. Like, what's going on, man?
like you quit. Like, stop. I don't like the fact they let them quit too easily.
Right.
That's my biggest limit. You let them quit too easy. Like, you give them a way out. And
I don't see a way for them not to be,
But I think in the contract you can sign that you have to stay with each other for 2 months, whether it's unless it's an abusive situation.
Mm-hmm.
But the experiment is for you to work in this confines of this environment, not to run back home and not say, no, it's over. I want a divorce.
Yeah, that's wild. So basically, what the comments are saying is that I need to watch the after party. I know we're gonna talk about it, but
we'll talk about it. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the clip for you. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up and bring it in when we get to that. When we get to that point, man. When we get to that point. It is very it's a little interesting.
Okay.
People say Emily was out there. Emily was not. She was out there a little bit.
Emily and Brendan. All right, I got you.
So any other thoughts on Cameron and Claire and how they
just why are they here? Why is Claire here? Claire don't have. She got 2 other siblings, man. Or she got more than 2 other siblings.
She got 3, yeah.
It's like, why are you here, man? Go hang out with your people.
Yeah, man. I'm like, Cameron's all by himself and lonely. She need to go build up. If you're supposed to be there for your husband and he's going through this issue, right? and you serious about your vows, this would be my issue with her. Then why aren't you? Why didn't we see you with Cameron?
Because he told her not to come because
Doesn't
of how
matter.
much she worries.
Could Artika tell you not to come if something was going on with her? Yo,
Nah, it'll have to be I'm not coming because of the kids type of thing. But if it's just me and her, yeah, nah, I'm right there with her.
yeah, I'm damn Jack. You can't tell me not to come in a medical condition. There's a
Right.
medical. You have a medical situation. Something's going on. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna try to be my best to nurse you back to health. Because again, that vow to death do us part.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. But let's get to we say Brendan and Emily for last. Let's
All
get
right.
to Becca and Austin, and No Love Zone.
Uh they make me smile, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting there watching them smiling while they going through interacting with each other. Um I didn't write much about them, or I didn't take many notes about them, so I don't have a lot to say. But Austin, glad he talked about what's going on, right? Because Becca's like, yo, you getting this or what? Like, it's here. I'm here for you. Here it is. And he's just really like in his head. Like, I don't know what the thought process is or whatnot, but I know he was telling, I think Dr. Pia, that it's the fact that they've made their issue centered around him and having sex. And so now it puts so much pressure on the idea of having sex that, you know, it's like, bruh, it's just sex, man, with your wife. It's a part of it. It's like waking up and eating breakfast. It's a part of it, man. But I get it from her standpoint too. It's like, you say you like me, you say you desire me, but it's like, desire me how? You know, what do you want from me and stuff like that. Um, yeah, hold on.
I got you, man. But it seems like they do other things too, right? Like they seem like they're doing other stuff besides going all the way. And she wants to go. She wants to go all the way. They're doing all the foreplaying. They're doing all the hugging. They're doing all the kissing. They're doing all the rubbing, the patting, the touching, all that. But she was like, "Yo, we're not doing everything." You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do what do they say, all of it. And she's not being able to. She's not giving them, and well, he's not giving her all of it. And so many sexual innuendos and sexual conversations, so many things are going on with him. He even joking about the jokey joke stuff. So it is
Hmm.
like they're not doing exactly um what she wants. Like, 'cause she said, I by this time in my relationship, I would have already done XYZ. Right? She's
Yeah.
very free. She's a free spirit when it comes to her sexuality. She's a free spirit when it comes to herself. Because I mean, all the jokes, all the things that she's talking about, she's like, hey, like you said, you can get it when you want it. Let's go. Like, I'm ready. Like,
Right.
I'm like, all you gotta do is say the word. Like, we hug and kiss, we do all this other stuff. I see you naked, you see me naked. Like,
Yeah.
what's the problem, bro?
She like, the car warmed up, man. You just gotta hop in and put it in gear.
He
Man,
he ain't feeling it. He
I
ain't
I don't know
I don't
what
know.
to say about Austin and his why. Right? I don't know what the initial hesitation was. Anything. If you like her, and it's fair for him to have this hesitation. Let's not say like he needs to be, because we, like, women have had the hesitation
Mm-hmm.
when doing this, and we give them that benefit. But whatever it is, I hope, it seemed like they were working through it. That's something that, looking at Sharon's comment, that's something that I was thinking about, was like, does he truly like her? But even if he didn't like her, there's like, This is naive for a man, but it's like I'm pretty sure like he could find something attractive about her. You know, it don't take much for men. If you catch my drift, it don't take much.
Right. I think he likes her. I think he likes her, but I think he's scared too. Because at first I'm like, yo, bro, maybe not be he may not be experienced in that department, and he don't want
I
to.
would think he would say that though,
He may
because
be.
that's more of a fair thing than what he's giving her. It's a matter of like she ain't getting nothing. She don't know what's going on. Reason why. And if
Right,
he
but
was like, "Well, you'll be my second partner," okay, cool. That's something to say to your spouse. She probably would like that more than anything.
yeah, I think she would. I think she would appreciate it. And he just hasn't been, as I mentioned, forthright.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
He should say, yo, I'm not as experienced. I don't know. Be honest if that's the case, right?
yeah.
But he makes the jokes with her. He talks. He keeps going on with the jokes with her, the sexual innuendos, the sexual comments. Right. He'll play to the games up to the point where when it's time to go in, he like, nah.
He hesitates.
He
He
hesitates.
he calls an audible, and it's like
Right.
that's
Yeah. He calls
weird,
her
brother.
out.
That's weird. Don't do that, because I get it. How else do you show your partner other than telling them? But then you have this ultimate thing, right? This thing that we have a license to do, and you refuse to do it. You're like, no, I'm not. I don't want to. But then you're telling me that you desire her. She like that could be the way that she understands to feel pretty. That her spouse or her person wants to have sex with her. At this point, she's believing that he does not want to have sex with her. So something is wrong with her. When in
Mhm.
reality, it's him. You know.
And yeah, and that's the way she's taking it. She's taking it as like, is it me? Like, is it me? She's
Yeah.
like, or is it you? Like, what is it? Why is it that you don't want to touch me? Like, why
Right.
is it that why is it that you don't want to touch me? But I'm not saying touch me because they touch each other. Because he said it. They touch each other.
I know what
They
you're saying.
yeah. Like, why don't you want to go all the way? Right? You do all these other things. We do all this other stuff, and we're exploring each other, but we're not really exploring each other. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And so that is to me the sign of a guy who's not confident in his ability. Um, I don't want to say
Or
please.
or it's a sign that this guy is truly not into it. And when I say it is just this whole thing because it's a lot when you pressured, like you feel like you're being pressured into sex,
Mm-hmm,
but it's even more when you put that pressure on yourself because now it's not a thing of I'm pressuring you. Like the reality is I'm not pressuring you, but I need to know what's going on to figure out this thing because what happens when he wants it and she doesn't want it, you know?
right. Or she's
Because
sick and she can't.
look, we're all grown. That has happened. You want it, but she don't, and now you sitting up there like, am I not pretty? Or something like that. So it's like you got to be able to answer what's going on, man, and be able to communicate with your partner. Hey, this is what I'm feeling. You know, to give some type of assurance to the other person.
Yeah, and definitely make sure so she doesn't feel insecurities.
Yeah,
Where she feels, you truth be told, usually it's the reverse. It's the usually the reverse way, right? We can
it
usually
usually is.
usually it's the man getting rejected, right?
Hmm.
Usually it's the man they're like, nah, we ain't doing that. No, usually it's the man who gets the not tonight. Or get the man who usually get, nah, I'm
Right.
waiting in 8 weeks. But now is the woman who's getting into it, who's getting the pause button put on her.
But usually when it's the woman, we have a clear reason why.
Uh
You
huh.
know, that's the confusion with Austin. We don't clearly know why, you know, he don't want to.
Yeah.
You know,
He-
and
he-
that's the weird thing about it. It's like, bro, like she ain't bad looking. What's the problem? You know, we're curious to know what the issue is, but more so for her, just because, like, how do you guys click on every other thing, right? You know, you have this one issue that, I mean, like, you talk about it, it's nothing you can really do about it, which is the religion part. Um, you just kind of got to work through that, but everything else has been fine. You get along with this person. This person is great to you. The parents like this person. I don't know with her parents and how they do, but they was just at dinner together with his parents. We laugh, we smile, we joke, and all this stuff. You just don't want to have sex with her. That's weird. That's I mean, like that's prime. We can have sex. Type of-
right.
like she passed, she hit all the lists, the checkpoints on the list. That's a we can have sex person. So I don't get it. I think that's the issue, is we don't clearly know what's going on with him. That's reason why they not having sex.
How about some of is it could it be from his religious background, right? Is because of the way he grew up, because of him being so religious that he feels as if he could not connect her. And I'm like, I thought about that, I'm like, but that's weird because that's your wife now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I was just saying like you have a license but you have a license at this point. You're married. This is your wife. This ain't your girlfriend. This ain't a chick you just saw the other day. And now y'all dating, whatever you call it. We talking, or anything like that. This is your wife. This is who you're supposed to have sex with.
Right.
You
And it's legal. It's legal in all 50 states and provinces and
Right.
everywhere else you go. Like this is something that you can do legally and no one say anything else to you, right?
Right. Right.
Nobody's gonna mess with you. Nobody's gonna I think
Honestly, people expect you to.
right. And I'm not
You
saying
know?
this is the thing. I'm not forcing him. I don't want. I'm not forcing him to have sex with her. But I think that I just want to understand why not.
Yeah.
If you go all the way to third base and not go home because the way that she sounded. I mean, we grown on this channel. It's grown folks channel. Like he's pleasing her other ways.
Yeah. I'm just
If
like,
we,
man, I
if
don't
we other ways, and then even when they talked about the fingers and all that type stuff, when they was doing a little aquarium type stuff thing, and he was talking about I use my fingers, that type stuff. If
yeah.
you're doing all that, bruh,
Like what's
all I'm
stopping
saying
you
is,
from going all the way?
yeah, the intimacy is real.
Yeah. I think one thing I did like, and I told Artiga I wouldn't mind doing this with her, is like the little obstacle course that they went on that he built.
Yeah.
And that pagan thing was weird to me.
No, I don't.
I was like, what in the
What?
world we watching right now? Like, hold it.
And I know he was joking because they were talking about the pagan game, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I had to explain, yeah, brother,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not. No,
Like, no, brother.
each his own, but that's not not for me.
Not for me, man. No, but the obstacle course of like she do something, he has to say something intimate or just say something. I was
Right.
like, that was a good idea, and that's a good thing to get them talking about that thing, in a way. Um, I was like, man, that's creative. That's something else. That's something different. So let's see see where this leads and what's going on. But we still trying to break down what's happening with him, in his head.
It's a
The I
lot going on in his head, man. Because I really don't get it. If your guys out there in the chat, and what do you think's going on with my man? Dang, I just forgot his name from it.
Austin.
Austin, what do y'all think going on, Austin? Because I don't understand it. I mean, your wife, she's not ugly, as you mentioned. She's attractive. She wants you in a different type of way. Y'all clicking on all cylinders. You living a good life, right?
All I gotta say, couldn't be me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Could not be me.
You couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. I'm not even gonna be funny. It couldn't be me.
Nope. Uh, I don't. It's interesting to see how we react to it. Like my initial thought is like from a not understanding point, but then when it comes to the women holding out, it's like ah, I I I I get it. It's explained, and
But
it's not questioned either. You
most
know,
women most women articulate it though,
yeah,
and I think that's the thing. The most women who've held out or waited articulated why they didn't go down that road, right?
yeah.
Except for Claire, except for the other Claire and Ryan, when she was just lying.
I don't remember them, so
Oh, you remember season
I
12 and
mean, like
11?
I remember the people, but I have no clue as to what they did or
Yeah, that's the season with
that was in Atlanta right here.
yeah, the season with Chris and
Yeah,
Paige.
yeah,
But they, sitting there lying because he came from a real Christian background, so they sitting there lying about their sex life on camera and on
yeah,
TV, and
yeah,
and all that. So I mean, in this case, he's not lying about a sex life because she really wants to have sex with him, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not a lie thing. To me, it's more of a confidence thing with him, more of a certainty thing, and it could be the fact that he don't like her, he don't want to take the relationship to that part.
Mm-hmm.
He may want to
Oh,
wait till 8 weeks. But if that's the case, tell her, look, hey, I just want before we actually get intimate like that, I want to wait for 8 weeks. I want to wait till to see if this marriage is gonna last.
I honestly believe it's an immaturity thing.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, he just doesn't understand the maturity level of intimacy that you have to have
Mm-hmm.
to get to that point. And I don't know, man. I'm making up stuff because like I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it, man. Like you can't tell me, hey, it's ready to go, and I don't, partake. You know,
But
I'm not
he
even gonna get in my head about it. Like it's just something I'm a. It's like one of the most natural things we do as human beings, right?
right, but he's also the same guy too, Tommy. Where when they was talking earlier, he said as a married guy, he expected to get it 2 to 3 times a week.
And she's willing to do that. He
And
just
she's willing to
hadn't
do that
like, bro,
right
like
now. This part of their marriage. That changes after you've been a while married for a while. But anyway,
I know. I know. I know.
but again, why she's willing, why she's willing, and I'm not, and willing not, and not only just willing, but also able. You might well just go ahead and
See, that's the
oblige.
thing. Just looking at Sharon's comment, it's like if he is inexperienced and not really confident in that area, you say that, and she seems to be the type of person to show him what she needs and wants because we all have to learn how to please our partner because it's not a general thing, right? It's not a I can do this one thing and it works for everybody type of thing, but it's different and you have to learn your partner to understand what's that thing that they like to bring them some type of pleasure in sex. So it's like it's just communicate with this woman what it is that you're missing. And boom, you'll have it. You'll get to what you need to you'll get what you need out of her and she'll be able to guide you in a way that helps her get to where she wants to get to. So this is the first time we had to have a like an in-depth conversation about sex in marriage because the man is
Right, and the man is tripping, and we have an in-depth conversation about their sexual exploits, and it's just us from a man's
yeah,
perspective. Because
right.
for us from a man's perspective, it is going to be the fact that is we'll be like, yeah, let's get it.
Right. It don't take much, man. Like I said, it don't take much.
Like let's get like you what like bump the aquarium today. Let's go to
I
aquarium.
mean,
To
watching
aquarium.
it's a TikTok where
Terrarium. Terrarium.
they take the sock off and the man be like it be like that, man.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It's all him, not her. It has nothing.
Yeah.
I agree. It's all him and not her. So
Yeah,
it's his issue, his problem. Let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about Emily and Brittany. These two,
man.
this right here. If there ever was a train wreck that you see coming, um, and yeah, I'm
Look,
let you go. I'll let
we're
you
in
start.
it. We're in the train wreck.
Oh yeah, we had a train wreck. We in it, and both of them are driving. It's like you remember like old cartoons back in the day where both like they two trains on the same track and they going this way.
Yeah, yeah, that's
They,
exactly them. That is them, man.
that is them.
Um, where do you start with them, man? When it like the biggest thing is Dr. Pia. That conversation that they had with Dr. Pia changed the whole trajectory of the thought process of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like she basically was saying, "Hey, he's different from on camera and now. No, I don't want to agree with any of the stuff that he has to say. I don't agree with this reset. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that." She didn't say all this. This is me paraphrasing. But it's like, why didn't you say that in the beginning? And now he feels like the villain because this is what he tried his best to keep out of the camera. Now he's
Wow.
sitting over here looking like a dummy because he's been like basically telling this girl this is what you're gonna do on camera, and and not saying it that way. He's probably been like, hey, I want to keep this type of image, you know,
He
and
feel like
she's
he's
obliged
blindsided.
to him. You say what?
He feel like he's blindsided.
And I don't see how he feel blindsided. Maybe because she agreed with him to not talk about certain things, and then here it is, she don't agree. She says, I don't agree with none of that. You know. Um, I'm glad on the confessional she finally said like he's different from on camera and behind closed doors. But she made it seem like he be beating on her or be almost to the point of she's fearful for her life,
Yeah,
you know. Which for me I was like, why are y'all still together? And why
yeah.
are
Like
we
I hate to put names out there, but he's almost like I can say Elijah one. Remember how we had fear for Katina and
Yeah,
Elijah one?
yeah,
Like Katina blink twice, right? If there's a problem,
right,
I'm
right.
gonna bet your eyes twice, bet your eyes 2 times. But it's like that point with him, like she is scared to say things, and I think that was an issue with her and Keisha. Keisha and I pulling him on after party, was trying to get her to say, look, have you and Brennan been talking about these things? Have you and Brennan been discussing this? Or do you feel like this was your safe space to say it because
Mm,
Dr. Peter was there? Right. And she was
yeah,
like, I didn't catch him off guard. I've been telling him this. She just didn't understand the way Keisha was asking the question. She was trying to get clarity on the fact if you feel like you're in a dangerous situation, get out. And Dr. P, did you just wait to blindside him because Dr. P was there because you felt like there was gonna be repercussions if you had said it any other time?
yeah.
You
She
know,
didn't
and
understand what Keisha was saying.
she didn't understand, and she got a little huffy and puffy, and they kind of went back and forth a little bit. You
Really?
know, yeah, yeah. I
It's
gotta
not.
shoot you. I would have put it here, but I don't know copyright strikes and all this other stuff.
No,
I try.
I watch it. I
Yeah, yeah.
watch it in a minute,
But
man.
but yeah. So they were having that conversation, and it's like, and she got upset. She got this. She became a Karen. Karen. She started crying. And understandable why she was upset. But at the same time, you're in a situation where this guy is treating you and taking you on a different roller coaster. If you do not like that roller coaster, you have
Get
ways
off.
get off. You have ways out, right? You have ways out,
Yeah.
but you're trying to hang on to this marriage and hang on to this relationship. Um, um, and then my man's trying to create and control the narrative and control the situation. He wants to control how Dr. Pia asks questions. He wants to control how Emily answers the questions. He wants to control the whole scene because he was like, "Hey, that's not what we said we was here for. We were talking about the reset, and we were talking about how we were going to do better and how we are doing better." And his friend basically told him like, "Yo, I love his friend because I think his friend was spot on.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
friend, his friend told him the truth. You'll get in your head about one thing, and you'll mess up the whole marriage because you're so stuck on this one thing and you
Mhm.
won't let it go. Now, his friend was giving us an insight there that it's one thing that he does not like about this girl and that
Yep.
he can't let go of. He won't tell her what it is, whether
Yep.
she drinks too much, whether she passed gas, whether her breath stinks. We don't know what it is because he won't say it. But his friend let us know there's something he does not like about her or something she did that is stuck in his head that he can't get rid of.
Yep. I've been saying that it was something that she did, does, or it's something about her that is going on that he doesn't like because there's no reason for him to act the way that he acts. Even if he's trying to have some type of character made on TV, right? There's no reason for him to be like, I'm gonna go home right after the honeymoon because I need a break. Bro, you're in a marriage. Like you better take yourself to the other side of the room, huff puff, and come back together because we here. You know, for better or worse, they'll do your part. Like figure it out.
Figure it out.
You know, but ain't no going back home to get a break from you. Like what type of sense does that make? But I think because he knows he can't control Dr. P in that way, he
Hmm.
tries to manage Emily's like response because I think she said he interrupts her or
Yep.
answers for her and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, come on, just be quiet and listen.
It's controlling. It's controlling behavior that he's displaying. And he's the same guy who said he doesn't want to be divorced. So if you're going to treat her this way, he only want to get married once. If you're going to treat her this way and you expect her to stay, what's wrong with you?
Now he getting divorced. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Top.
negative.
I can see this dude still saying he wants to be married.
That's a no.
Yeah. Oh, it's
That's
a no for me. But hopefully she says no. But I can still see him saying, you know what? I still want to be married. I still
I
want to.
honestly don't see her saying yes because I don't know. Like
Yeah,
that.
I
I,
agree. I agree here. He keeps saying again. He's saying that he's into her, but I can't tell. He keeps
right.
saying he's into her. I can't tell that he's into her. Not by he may say it with his words, but he's definitely not saying with none of his actions
But
that he's into
that's what tell you that it's something about her that he's just not feeling.
her. He's not feeling
Like she
something.
might be missing a tooth that
No,
we can't see, and that
yeah.
just bothers him.
It might not even be a tooth. You know what it is? It may be the fact that she checked him. Right? She's strong willed.
Could be, could
That
be.
she stands up for she checks him a little bit. And some guys may not like that. He didn't like that on the honeymoon. He didn't like that a couple of weeks. I think it was this past episode or last past episode that he said she kind of checked him a little bit too. Made fun of him. I think they was playing soccer. Was it
Yeah.
soccer? Yeah,
Oh,
the soccer game.
man, she took him to school.
Yeah, she took him to school in the soccer
Oh,
game, and he felt kind of bad because when they got back to the hot tub, he didn't want to verbalize, he didn't want to say anything, he didn't want to do anything. He felt some type of way.
I think that hot tub scene was just him. Like when she got mad, like she got pissed at him for acting the way that he was acting because he's making it more difficult. And he didn't like you said, he didn't like her strong willedness by picking at him,
That's like,
by saying, hey man, like you ain't gonna faint, man.
yeah, you can fake, suck it up.
Yeah,
You be a hot dude, man. You're a dude, toughen up. And so he
right.
doesn't like her challenging his manhood. Again, we forget that this dude has a Russian background. They are prideful people. They are prideful. They are very proudful people, and they have a certain way of doing things. And go look at what his dad and mom, even though they had been married all that time, he said that in the early vignettes that they had issues.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about Brennan. Just seeing it this episode and seeing how the control factor was, I was like, he needs to go to therapy.
Hmm.
He definitely needs to go to therapy and have therapy with a man. It'd probably be more beneficial for him to talk through it with a lady, but I don't think he's gonna give enough respect to her to truly talk his feelings That's one thing I thought about too. I was like, why haven't I mean not doctor, but Pastor Cal came and talked to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like after we seen I think Dr. P has talked to him like 2 or 3 times. Why hasn't Pastor Cal come in and talk to him and be like, what's up? Ask the similar question because he ain't doing what they asked. Like he ain't doing what Dr. P asked. She was like, I didn't ask you to hug. It's more to that thing than just hug. So I don't know, man. It's something about her that he doesn't like, and he's trying to control the narrative of everything. And so it's at this point, this conversation, this episode, she was like, "No, I don't agree with it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm blindsided." But yeah, I mean, like this was her last ditch effort to really try to figure out how to make this thing work. And if you're only telling her what she can and can't say to the expert, your experiment is gonna fail anyway because you can't be truthful in anything. So
My thing is this, and I think, why would you go through all this to get on this show to act this way?
no
Right?
clue.
You went through the questionnaire, you went through the psychological testing, you went through the talking to all the experts, them coming into your house, and knowing what you were signing up for. Probably even
Hmm.
watching past episodes, and you thought you could get on here and hide what? You thought you get on here and keep things undercover. How? You thought you could
Hmm.
control the narrative with your wife. Why? Like, bro, you're filming more than you're sleeping, right? You did
Yeah.
cameras in your house all the time. They got cameras in the back, all over the place. And you thought, and it's awkward. Yeah, it's not gonna be awkward with camera shoved in your face. It is awkward to have conversation with your girl or with your wife. It is awkward, but you only become who you are when the cameras are. It remind me of Johnny and Bow. Remember Johnny and Bow? When
Yeah.
Johnny got a little bit more antsy. Um, yeah, and dude, just again, he's on this show and he's not even trying. He's trying to be himself. He's not listening to his boy's advice. Then that's the thing. He said, "Me and my boy talk every day," and so your boy's giving you the same advice every day, and you're not even following it because after he talked to his friend, he didn't follow the advice.
Yeah.
So at this point, Brennan is just there. He's he's like Marshawn Lynch. I'm here so I don't get fined. I get my
So you
paycheck.
can find, yeah.
No, no, I'm here. I, I'm here.
I,
I'm here. I'm here.
I
So I,
am present. I
yeah, I'm
ain't
here.
working on nothing. I'm present and do
Yeah,
what you
do
do.
what you do. Because you can tell there's no love there. They set far apart. He's taking longer showers. That's where his thinking is at. Yeah, he's not feeling her. And then this is ruining her because this is her first relationship that she's really been in.
Yeah.
Her
Which
first relationship. She's not getting married again. She's never gonna ever. Not ever, but yeah,
she
she's
might, man. She might. She
yeah,
might look at this and be like, okay, this way he had me messed up at,
mhm.
type of deal. But I mean, I just don't get it, man. I don't see why put yourself why carry it on.
Right.
If it's not working or if you can't get over it, I get continuing on the experiment, right? I get keep doing the experiment, but what I don't get is why keep up the facade that things are great, things are lovely. It takes more to do that than just to tell the truth.
Yeah, and even with him and also that together, like, yeah, we're hitting the reset button. What does that look like? What does that mean, right? So when I hear reset button, to me is like, okay, we're getting to know each other over. We start. That's not what you guys are doing.
But
You
a
alienate
first
me.
impression, you can't change a first impression.
You can't change the first
Like once
impression.
I meet you one time, I can't reset and be like, I don't know you no more. I know your name, I know who you are. I know that you exist on earth. Before I
Mm,
know that you exist on earth, can't do anything.
can't.
Resetting is just saying, okay, from this point on, I'm not gonna worry about what just happened or what bothers me, but I'm gonna, go forward and try to improve what we're doing. But that's not the case. I guess that's why he was like, I ain't think we were gonna talk about the past.
Right. But sometimes you got to talk about the past in order to move to the future. I need to
Move
understand.
forward, man.
I need
Sometimes
to.
you got to look at what you did so you don't go forward and do the same thing.
Yeah, and I know he has a problem with her drinking because he said on after party last week, after party, that she was drunk one night and she been cuddling up with him and she broke the shower curtain and all that. So it has to be something the way that she acts when she's drunk, or and that which turned him the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
My man said this. Andrea said this. He wants a traditional wife. He doesn't want to follow his father's footsteps, but he is. Oh, he's definitely following his father's footsteps by all means.
Because you know what it is that we don't tell our kids see us, right? They see, us as parents, as husband. Like at this point, I don't think my kids understand that me and Artika are husband and wife. We're a couple. I don't think they understand that, but at some point they do. But we don't show them or we don't talk about the things that negatively happen. Me and Artika have talked about, like, we have friends that never seen their parents argue, which I was like, that's impressive because I mean, an argument can happen at any time. You don't even know it's coming.
Moment, argument happens any moment, right?
Like, how we get here?
Why are we arguing, right? And the argument may not even be your own. It may not even be your own discussion. Y'all may be talking about somebody else in the argument. Why you take his side? I ain't taking no side. I'm just telling you from another perspective. But anyway.
Yeah, but it's like not seeing and understanding that other side to it. We only see from our vantage point as the child. And he has a lot of things going on and don't understand, and he's just more confusing and more controlling. And she's just with it until this episode, and she was like, "Not no more." And he's like, "Okay,
yeah,
I don't know how to take that type of thing." So
yeah, I agree with Chocolate Queen here. She said that he wants a more submissive wife, right? They're more submissive. He wants. To go back to the original comment, he wants a traditional Russian wife, which is different from the way American women were raised.
Yeah,
it's totally different.
It's different in American society. That's not I don't think that's the expectation anymore.
Right. Remember, his parents were
traditional. Traditional in the sense is that we all work together to get for a common goal.
We go ahead. We're working together, putting our chips together, having a certain way we make our home up, and we roll with it. Because again, new day and age, they may not be gender roles in your home. Some homes still have gender roles. Again, those are conversations that they should be talking about. Like, what are our roles in this marriage or Married at First Sight? Or what are our roles? What do you see it as? Do you want me to be like? I'll go back to Elijah and Katina. Did you want me to be fix your meal, have dishes cleaned up, and do all this and work?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to not work? Do you want me to be home when you get home? Do you want me to sit there and say you want some tea, sir? I mean, what you want me to do? Those conversations they need to have, and that if she's not meeting that expectations that you desire, but you have not communicated that to her, that's on you, not her. You as a husband should communicate, hey, this is what I want. And she has the right to say, look, dog, I don't do that. I mean, this is not what I do. This is not what I'm doing. And so he needs to be able to provide that information in a constructive manner, not in the way that he does now. Because again, she looks terrified. That feel like you all right? Do you feel like you're not safe? It's like, man, I feel safe. Like, are you really safe or are you not safe? Let me know. And so that was one of the things that,
she blink 2 times if you safe.
Yeah. Wasn't no code words given, but we all know that she does not want to be there.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I didn't want to be there looking at it. Like, that's a bad situation, man, for anybody.
It is bad, man. It's bad. It's almost that situation. He ain't putting hands on. Almost like, you keep acting up. I'm putting hot grits on the stove.
Right. That's why I was like, man, is he hitting on this woman?
Yeah, like, it's bad. Well, he's sleeping in the other bedroom from what I was gathering.
Oh yeah.
The way he was saying on after party was like, she came to my bathroom, or she came to the bathroom. So I guess there might be two bathrooms there, but
Yeah.
he's sleeping somewhere else in the house. Well, they're not sleeping together, which that doesn't make your marriage. That's not gonna help your marriage, right? Y'all, only time you're together, I think this is the part I don't like about some of these shows. They only time they're together when they're filming.
Yeah.
How do you expect the relationship to get better if all we're doing is coming together on set to film?
You can't.
You can't do that.
Because in their case, if the only time they're together when they're filming, he's putting on a character.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hey,
we're meeting Married at First Sight, Brennan, but when the cameras are gone, this is Brennan.
We're getting your representative,
right? So, nah, they like they absolutely should say no on decision day.
They definitely should say no.
The High Grits reference, man.
Yeah, you know. Oh man, but it is bad. But Tommy, man, look, man, we can't get no more. I hope Brennan watch this or get some advice from the real G's, bro. Yeah. Treat her right. That's all you gotta do.
That's it, man. Treat her how you want to be treated.
Treat her like you want to be treated. Communicate with her, listen to her, and it will be all right.
Man, I really gotta go watch this after party, man. Everybody in here gonna say something about she got wet to her or something.
She got Keisha hot.
Did
she got Keisha to the point where she was hot. Keisha calmed down. I'm almost to the point like did they take a break? Did they cut? Keisha kept her composure, but you can tell. You can tell she was like, you know what, Karen, who you think you talking to? Like who you think you talking?
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I'm texting Artika now, telling her, hey, we gotta watch the after party.
Yeah.
From this episode, right?
Yeah, from this episode, man. Okay. Like, who do you think you're talking to? Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman just like you're a woman.
That's
like,
too funny, man. And she ain't pregnant now.
Yeah, she ain't pregnant now. She's like, she got herself, she got herself together after she realized, okay, well, Keisha was good. She was smart. She kept it dignified.
Yeah.
And but you could tell that she wasn't having it.
Yeah.
She kept it classy, but she was still enforceable to like, hey, you know what? Don't play with me.
Right. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's about all I got, man.
Yeah, I'm about to roll out. That's all I got, man. I ain't
Look, the Chiefs just scored again. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's all I got. The game's on. I wanted to keep about an hour, a little 8 minutes over. Yeah. But brother, that's all I got. NFC Championship. It's hot time. It's wild card weekend. But divisional weekend. I got the TV on in the corner. You see my eyes keep looking over.
Look.
Me too. He said, keep looking over. But anyway, hey, Tommy, let's tell everybody, man, how they can find you guys and anything that you guys got going on, man.
August Love Story. It's everywhere, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Go follow us there. Support our channel. We're actually coming up with some new ideas now. So, so be on the lookout for that. Always join us on Saturday mornings for the Love Brew podcast, where we're talking about different topics that happen through the week, news, different things me and Artika would randomly talk about. So join us on that live because it's a lot of fun at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And the kids joins us a lot. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's what we got, man.
Hey, that's all we got, man. Check out Jack and Glenn. We're still working on this matrimony thoughts, which is coming out shortly. Where we talk about relationship and couples, and we'll start dealing with our story, give you our side of what it takes to have a good marriage, right? Everything ain't always been perfect, everything ain't always been good, but we still together, and after 22 some years. So check that out. It's gonna be coming out shortly. I got some episodes that we've been working on. Still doing Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. Check out all that stuff, man. It is fun times over here, and we just keep things rolling, man.
Oh, subscribe to everybody's channel, to Lisa Ray's channel too. She's not here with us, but she's still a part of our family. So, Chloe Johnson, subscribe to hers, Kojo's and his too.
Kojo's and all that, man. Help Kojo get that 100,000. If you ain't subscribed over there yet, go subscribe to my man to help him on his way to 100,000.
Yeah. So
Get him out there.
if all minds are clear.
All hearts and minds are clear. The benediction. Now, we out. Yo, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. The benediction of Married at First Sight discussion panel. Talk to you later. Peace.
All right. Peace.